Not paying for your college education, Emma, I said clearly. Not the expensive options, not the cheaper ones. And I'm certainly not paying you $2,000 a month to pretend to love me. In fact, I'm not paying you anything at all. A screaming started immediately. Emma began sobbing dramatically, big theatrical tears rolling down her face. David jumped to his feet, his chair scraping against the floor. You'll change your mind right now, he demanded, looming over me. Or everything is over between us. A strange calm settled over me. This was at the moment when all pretense fell away. I looked up at him, meeting his angry glare with steady eyes. I'm glad you said that first, I said quietly. I've already called my lawyer about divorce papers. The color rained from David's face. He stumbled back a step. I was just joking. I don't want a divorce, Jenna. Honey, let's talk about this. Well, I do want a divorce, I cut him off. And thanks to our prenup, you won't be getting anything from me. I want you both out of my house tomorrow. You can't do this, Emma shrieked, her fake tears turning to real ones. Addie, tell her she can't do this. I stood up, my chair sliding back silently. I can and I am. I suggest you both start packing. As I walked upstairs, I could hear Emma's hysterical crying echoing through the house, punctuated by angry shouts from David. For the first time in months, the sound didn't affect me at all. In fact, I felt lighter with each step I took away from them. The next morning dawned gray and cold. I barely slept, spending most of the night listening to the sounds of David and Emma moving around the house packing their things. Around dawn, I heard David leave for work, presumably to start looking for a new place to live. A few hours later, there was a soft knock on my bedroom door. Emma's voice came through, sounding sweet and contrite, so different from her usual tone that alarm bells immediately rang in my head. I pressed record on my phone before answering. Jenna, can we talk please? When I opened the door, she stood there in her pink pajamas, looking young and vulnerable. Her eyes were red from crying, and she was wringing her hands nervously. For a moment, I almost fell for it. I need to tell you something, she said, perching on the edge of my bed like she used to do when we first became family. It was all Mom's idea, everything. She told me to demand the money and expensive college. She said you'd give in if I pushed hard enough, that rich people always do. I watched her performance with a mixture of disgust and fascination. She was good, the trembling lip, the occasional tear, the way she glanced up at me through her lashes. How many times had I fallen for this act before? Mom said, she sniffled. She said that you were probably lonely and desperate for a family, that you'd pay anything to keep us. I've been thinking all night, and I feel terrible about what I did. She reached for my hand. I pulled away. I thought about it, she continued, her voice taking on an eager edge. And I have a new proposal. I'll stop talking to Mom, completely cut her out of my life entirely, if you'll still pay for college. Any college, not just the expensive ones. And maybe just $1,000 a month instead of $2,000. That's reasonable, right? The disgust I felt must have shown on my face because she quickly added. I really mean it this time. I'll be the perfect daughter. I'll help with your business, I'll spend holidays with you instead of Mom, everything. I stood up, needing to put physical distance between us. So you're willing to abandon your mother for a lower price? Do you even hear yourself, Emma? You're literally trying to sell your relationship with your own mother. She opened her mouth to protest, but I cut her off. But not here or no. Get out of my house, Emma. You and your father need to leave today. I don't care where you go,